Hello and welcome everybody to this Zoom call with Dr. Adeela, who's coming to Mumbai just a month to go. Actually, it feels less than a month, but yeah, it's longer than a month technically. But I'm so excited to have you here, Dr. Adeela.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is super exciting in my world. Whenever I'm coming to India, we had a team call on Friday and the energy of the classes really picked up, and they're like setting off now all of these bubbles of information into my universe. So we wanted to do this call, first of all, to let you all know that I am coming to India, but no matter what part of the world you may be in, we wanted to invite and encourage you to have a conversation. If you have questions about body whispering and business whispering, I'm sure your first question is, what is body whispering and business whispering? And we will answer that today. But whatever else you might be wondering about these classes, about this body of work, about me, I would love to answer these questions and see how it can contribute to your world, to your life, to your body, and to your business. And if you don't know me, first of all, thank you so much for being here. My name is Dr. Adeela Afiz, and I have been running body and business whispering classes for about 5 years now. I have been someone who, I'm a chiropractor by profession. I live in New Zealand. I travel and facilitate all over the world. I've been doing Access Consciousness for about 8 years now, and I facilitate people on all areas of their life, body, and business all over the world. So I have a lot of different things that I love to help people with, but today I'd like to know what you would like help with and how I can contribute to that.
So a lot of people have been asking, what is body whispering? What is business whispering? And you know how that is. Even the last few times you came, none of us had a clue really. At least I know for myself when I first came in and I said, what is this?
Yeah.
I know you told me that there are no words to it. And I said, how can there be no words to it? And yet, now I say the same thing. But could you talk a little bit about what is body whispering? What is business whispering?
Yeah, I appreciate that, because I know that there are no words to it, but I also know that it's the first question we all have. And body and business whispering is really about tapping into that intuitive capacity that we have to create our lives, to heal our bodies, to be healers, and to tap into the capacities that we have with our bodies and with our lives. And then for those of you that are interested in running a business, you have a business, you realize that it is of value to you to create your money and your business in that same way, with intuition, with awareness, with consciousness. The business whispering class was actually created it split off from the body whispering class about 2 years ago, because the body whispering class is a 2-day class. It's a free form class. And then when we started talking about money and business and how to apply those concepts to creating your money and your business and all of those things, there was so much content, we had to make it a class of its own. So they're actually similar but quite different as well, that a lot of the people that have attended the classes will tell you. And something I hear all of the time, and people will say to me all of the time in the classes, is even though they have been doing body work for years, they might have been a facilitator for years. They, many of us, in fact, nearly all of us that attend these classes, we are facilitators. We've been doing access for years. We might be maestros. We might be practitioners like I am. They still say, I struggle to really follow my awareness when I work on bodies, or I start to lose that trust, or what do I do in this situation here? And then secondly, how do I create my life while including my body? And what does that and what is receiving from my body? And how can my body help me make more money and receive from other people and create whatever it is you want to create. And so these are the things that started to become the core elements of the business whispering and the body whispering classes, coming in with no agenda, coming in with no mind, coming in, leaving behind everything we think we know, so that we can go far, far beyond and start to tap into the consciousness of, receive and communicate with the consciousness of, and then create with the consciousness as well as the physicality as well as the beingness of our bodies and of time and space and all of the molecules.
That is awesome. In fact, I personally noticed that my sessions with clients have changed post body whispering. Changed in the sense they've gone somewhere deeper. As in, there's more knowing, there's more communion, and it's like, how did I know that? You know, just where to touch, what to ask, what to do, etc. So to me, it's also building up that, like, following the awareness, and also building up that communion with the being who I'm working with in that moment.
Yeah, all of our sessions have completely evolved and changed. And it's not necessary, it's not because in the body whispering class we teach you how to run a body process in a particular way. This is an adjunct. This is designed to help you do whatever it is that you already do whatever it is that you're already trained in, do whatever it is that you already specialize in, whether it's as a facilitator, whether it's as a nurse or an acupuncturist or as a teacher. Whoever we are and whatever we do in the world, we still have a capacity to facilitate it and to get more out of it and to contribute more to it. And body whispering is about listening to those whispers to really have a greater experience of being here in your body. This is what it comes down to for me, is we're here in our bodies and we're having a bodily, physical experience. Now, why did we choose that experience? And what would we like to get out of it in this lifetime? And also, would we like to bring back in all of the amazing information, awareness, capacities, and consciousness that you have available to you when you're not in a body, right? When we're not in a body, when we're in between lifetimes, we are part of pure consciousness. And we also get to play with other dimensions, other beings, other information, other elements that we forget and start to close off our awareness to. And for those of you that are here on this call and are interested in this work, thank you so much. Thank you so much for following your knowing and being intrigued by something greater and wanting to play with something greater and maybe wanting to have those capacities again while you're here on earth, and to include all of that in your very physical experience in this lifetime. And when we add those gifts and talents and capacities and intuitive awareness and the intuitive knowing that you have around how to be, that is what it is, because you know how to be. But then this reality in this world makes you forget how to be. And so it's about stepping back into that. And if you create your life from that place, whether it's relationships, money, work, body, health, whatever it is that hasn't been working for you, my belief is that it will start to change. Because how can it not change when you start to include and be all that you be and all of the information that you have when you are creating and choosing what you would like to choose now? And then when we start to add that awareness and that space of being to the work that we do, whether it's one-on-one with clients, whether it's teaching classes, whether it's being a teacher in front of a classroom, whether it's being an accountant in your practice, whatever it is that you do in your day-to-day life, being a mother, being a father, interacting with family, everything then must change because you're coming from a different space and you are interacting differently. And you're including the whispers of consciousness and the whispers of your body. You know, your body is different to your being. We have a physical body and we have the being that we are. So your physical body is one of the most conscious things on this planet, and it has the ability to facilitate you 24/7 should you choose. Now, most of us are cute, not bright, including myself. And so, you know, I pay lots of money and I attend lots of classes, and I'm so grateful for the hundreds and thousands of dollars and facilitators and experiences and people that I have met that have helped facilitate me into recognizing this. And body whispering is about realizing that the greatest facilitator that you might have been searching for outside of you, outside of yourself, is actually always with you and is always available to you. Would you like to be willing to hear, receive, and then act on that information that your body is always facilitating for you?
That's so true, Adeela. I mean, I so vouch for that. Like about a month and a half ago, I'm on I'm on chemo treatment, and it was creating a lot of side effects for me. Some of the tablets, etc. And I was wondering why my stomach is hurting so much all the time. It was very unbearable. And then I kind of just tuned into my body, and what is my body really saying? Does my body really want those medications, etc.? So these were supplementations that I was put on over and above the chemo. And somewhere when you say that whisper, it's that tapping into what your body is really saying. It said, like, let go of all of those supplements, just don't take any of those. And it's quite a drastic step to take when you're going through a treatment like this. But my doctor is a very cool doctor. He believes in this mind-body connect and self and, body connect, etc. And I told him, I said, you know what, I'm not going to take, 12 of these 14 tablets that you've prescribed. And he didn't bat an eyelid. And he was on a holiday as well, so that helped. And I just gave those up. And the way everything turned, and there was just so much ease in my body. Now, if I look back 3 years ago, before I had done like the body whispering class, I guess my body always told me everything, but never knew how to listen. But now, when I have that communion, I'm able to follow what my body requires far more easily than before. I'm not saying I do it 100% of the time, but I find a lot more ease when I'm willing to be aware. And that's what the class started doing for me, building that muscle where I'm not only aware, but I also start acting upon it. Because very often we are aware of a whisper, we know, like you said, but we don't act upon it. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So that has changed a lot, because you did talk about it. Especially, I remember addressing this in one of the classes with you, and like your body saying you're thirsty, but you won't get up and you won't go and pick that bottle of water up and whatever. So I really love the way the class opens up that space for me, not just in relation to my clients, but also in person, for my own self, for my own changes. So
really, you're so welcome. And I get this feedback a lot, is that it changes your relationship with yourself and your relationship with your own body. And because it changes that relationship, then all of those other relationships change. And when I say relationship, I'm meaning you in relation to your work, your life, your clients, your facilitation, whatever it is that you do and how you turn up in life. It has to change if your relationship with yourself changes. And that's the feedback that I get a lot, is, you know, people saying that they are forever changed, that the level of intimacy and communion with their own body and also themselves, whoever they are, or the knowing that they have of who they are and the capacity that they have. Because how many of you struggle to trust yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously? Meaning, some of you might know that you don't trust yourself and you always second guess yourself. And then there might be others of you who think you do trust yourself. And then, but when we look at your actions, or we look at your life, or we look at what's stopping you, it's subconsciously there is this deep underlying mistrust, because we are brought up in this reality to not trust ourselves, to not trust our knowing, to not bet on ourselves. And so how much do you not trust yourself? And so if you don't trust yourself, then how intimate of a relationship can you have with yourself? And then what is that stopping you from or holding you back from in any and every area of your life? And whatever that may bring up for you, would you now be also willing to destroy and uncreate and let go of all of the lies that you have ever bought about yourself and your capacities and your awareness and who you are and what you're capable of, and all of the layers of lies that you are wearing, and all of the misconceptions and falsities that burden you, or that create many layers before you're able to either connect with yourself or the world is able to connect with you. So when there are many layers between you and the world, then there is a separation between receiving from the world. Would you now like to destroy and uncreate, let that go, and return that to sender?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and fog, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And so I did see a question here. Sorry, I know that you asked it a while ago.
Yuvika is asking, how do we connect and receive from our body?
Yeah, how do we connect and receive from our body? Well, first of all, acknowledging ourselves and our bodies, and then starting to trust ourselves and our bodies. Well, actually, I think it's acknowledging and then receiving from, and then trusting that information. And you're asking, how do you do that? Well, if you've never done it, or you've only done it this much until now, then it is going to be a process, right? But that is that process as well that we really go into and spend 2 days in the class hammering you on. And if you're doing 4 days, then I hammer you for 2 days about doing it with your business and being intimate with yourself and your business and the information you receive, and then doing it with your body. But the very first thing that I would say to you is, truly, are you willing to be aware of who you actually are and who you be and what your body is? It's not just this machine that is meant to operate and walk around and be here for you to be able to do physical things with. Are you willing to actually acknowledge what your body actually is and who you actually are? And from that space, where we can go now, and what you can then hear and receive from your body will be completely different to what you thought you were hearing and receiving from your body. So anything that doesn't allow you to even become aware of if you want to do that or not. You know, another thing that unfortunately the body whispering classes does is it gets you very real about where you have been functioning from and where you say you want to function from, but that gap in between, that lack of congruence, or the space between what you say you would like to create and have been trying to create but why it hasn't been created. And we start to close that gap because when you start to function more from being you, then the level of incongruence in your life either dramatically decreases or goes away. But a lot of us have a high level of incongruence in our lives, and it might be that you have it across your whole life, or I really believe that most of us have it more so in certain areas. I know I still have it in certain areas. Others of you, whatever it is that you think of as your problem area, you know, the thing that you're like, I wish I could change it, and I've tried everything, and it's the thing I keep getting facilitated on and attending classes about and reading books about, and you think you're doing everything to change it, but it's still not really changing. And it's because there's an incongruence between how you think you're functioning from, or who you think you are, and how you're going about trying to create that change versus what's actually required. So the body whispering is really about getting real with you, the being that you are, the body that you're in, and how to really receive the gifts from it and the joy from it and the consciousness of it, and explore the consciousness of this experience and create from there. So for those of you that would like to start playing with that from now, I would say to you, start asking every day, who am I really? And what is my body capable of that I have never acknowledged that it is capable of? I was actually thinking about this today. I don't think I've ever told anyone, told you guys when I come to India, but I used to have something called hyperhidrosis, meaning that in medical terms, my palms get really sweaty. And this would happen, and you can imagine that this is inconvenient when you work with bodies, or you're a doctor, or you have client contact. And when I was younger, I really had it. It made my life really difficult when I was young. And then as I went through university and chiropractic training, it was really difficult to figure out what it was and try and change it. And I went to the doctors and tried everything and tried whatever I could. It wasn't until recently that I started to really acknowledge how much that was an extreme version of body whispering, because it would really happen when my body was hyper aware of a person, of an energy, or there was a high level of energy that it could not integrate and it was trying to tell me something. Or I would be working on someone and this person had so much going on, or there was so much energy there that my body had to use this form to A, actually facilitate itself, and B, to let me know that there was a lot of energy here, but I didn't realize it was a lot of energy, or my body was trying to tell me something. I just wanted to stop the hyperhidrosis for years. And then the more work I did, and the more I started to receive from myself and trust my body and trust the work that I do and trust the information that I receive, it hardly ever happens anymore. But when it does happen, and it's normally when I'm going into a big class, or I'm facilitating someone, or someone comes up and they have a lot going on and they walk into my space and my body starts sweating, my hands start sweating, and I'm like, what is this? But that's exactly what we need to do, is we need to go into that question of, what is my body whispering to me? What is it facilitating to me right now? What is it trying to tell me about that if I acknowledge it, if I receive that information, acknowledge it, then I can start to really create a change here. And now I can start to perceive the gift that is. But when you have a condition like that, Yeah, that's so cool, Sindhuja. And I see you're a doctor too. So, like, how much healing capacity do we have, and how much energy are we aware of when we come into contact with these situations, and our body just goes into hyperhidrosis mode? Like, but so for those people that are also interested in these classes from a healing aspect, either because you want to step up your healing work, or you would like to heal something that you've had for a long time. I work with lots of clients that have what we call chronic conditions. And when something becomes a chronic condition, or you've had it for a long time, your psychology around it changes, meaning it's hard to believe that it will ever change. It's hard to believe that it can change, and therefore it's harder to see results, and you struggle to be able to change it at every level, at physical, mental, emotional, and energetic. So to change a chronic condition like the hyperhidrosis, it's about really stepping into a different space into how you address it. And we've had lots of amazing changes in people's bodies, with people's health, with people's ability to recognize what's going on, or have something that has annoyed them or hurt them in their body or in their being for many, many years. And then the body whispering classes or sessions have changed it. And that still blows my mind. Like, that still, especially for chronic clients, for chronic pain clients or chronic illness clients, that still is so amazing. That still boggles my mind, because when someone's had something for so many years, you have to trust the work. I can't say that I'm healing them or I'm making them better, or this is because I'm so great. It's because the body whispering stuff really works. And if I can trust that work and that information in the sessions, then we can create that change.
Thank you. Any other questions, guys? So, Adeela, about business whispering.
Yes.
I
love how we're all connected, because we were all about to start talking about it, weren't we? So thanks for your question, Vyoma. I was just about to say, and now business whispering, because I haven't talked about it at all.
So, go for it. Yeah.
Like I said, we used to try and cram it all in, this information, into the 2-day class, until there was such a large amount of information, and then it became completely its own entity, business whispering. Business whispering is about using the whispers that I've been talking about from your body, which is your facilitator still, from consciousness in the universe, which is also always giving you information. And then we bring in the third component. So the body whispering classes, we really use your body as the co-facilitator of that class and of that process. With the business whispering class, we have your body, we have your consciousness, and then the third element we really bring in as the co-facilitator is the entity that is your business, or the work that you do in the world, or the business that you would like to create. Like, I have lots of facilitators attend this class who do facilitation work, but it hasn't turned into a full-on business yet. Or lots of people who've had long established businesses. We had quite a few people as well, even in the last class in India, people who work in corporate. You can still attend this class even if you're an employee, if you don't have your own business. It's about how to exponentialize the information you can tap into and receive, and how to use the intuitive guidance of your business and of your body to make the choices you make in navigating through life, business, money, creation. So in my business, I rely heavily on the intuitive information and awareness, and what my business is saying, how it feels in my body, and then we create something. And the business whispering class is about not only really facilitating you to lean more into that and trust that information and sometimes make a bit of a leap. Because have you ever noticed, even with us, no matter how many classes we've done, when it comes to business and money, things suddenly get more serious, especially with business. When you have a business, suddenly it's like, no, like, okay, it's great that I have awareness, but am I making the right decision or not? Because I need this has to work out financially. I can't fail my business. I can't fail my business partners, or everyone will laugh at me if I make a dud decision. Like suddenly the stakes seem to go up. And so we bring back this really serious element into business. And seriousness is fine, but it takes away the awareness when you become really vested in how you do business and making it very serious. That's one thing. About the business whispering classes is we really help you break out of that mold and all of the distractor implants and all of the projections and everyone else's points of view about business, how it should be done. Also, depending on the industry you're in. You might be in an industry, whatever industry you're in. For example, mine used to be chiropractic, and I had to go through a lot of years of really trusting my intuition to create my businesses different. And then it became the most successful. And so whatever industry you're in, you might be still a bit too scared or not yet ready to trust yourself fully, even though you have the awareness to do what's required so that you stand out, because nobody else in your industry is doing it that way. But the catch-22 is if you would finally do it that way, it would create the most success and you would stand out the most in your industry. But actually you're too scared to step away from how everyone else is doing it. So that's one element of business whispering. The other thing with business whispering is there's actually a business whispering exercise and a business whispering manual. So the thing with business is it is different to, when you're just working with bodies or facilitating on life, you can kind of follow the energy and end up wherever you like. With business, there are practical components to it that we have to include so that our business works in this reality as well as all realities, so that it actually does things like make money and allow us to do it and receive from it and allow us to create successfully. Because if we're not able to make our businesses function in this reality, then they're not really helping us, are they? Or helping anyone else. So we go through this process of creating your business, creating effective marketing for your business, going through strategies for marketing and staff and creation and establishing your business in ways so that it can function really well in this reality as well as in your own, and actually find and attract the people that are looking for it. Because again, without clients or paying customers, your business isn't successful. And when I say successful, I mean we're not able to be the gift that we are, and our businesses be the gift that they are, if no one can find them or we're not making any money from them. So the business whispering class is now quite different to the body whispering, meaning that there's a manual for it. We go through specific exercises and really try to get your marketing and your staffing and your lots of other areas, which I can't remember right now, leadership, creation, space, online space, physical space, location, all of those elements that you actually require to look at from a practical point of view. We put that together with consciousness and awareness and what would create the greatest outcome. And that's how we created, or that's what we do in the business whispering class. So it's a real 2-day, it's a 2-day hyper intensive way of supercharging your business, whether you already have one or whether you're about to start one.
Wow, thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, cool. I have lots of questions here, so I'll quickly answer them. But Smriti, do you have any questions right now?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Anu's asking, what about mental health issues? I work with a lot of mental health issues. Mental health issues are on the rise everywhere around the world. And we are absolutely able to create change with them and about them. I'm not sure what mental health issue in particular you're talking about, but I deal a lot with and work with a lot with depression, anxiety. I do work with drug abuse as well, and so mental health issues that arise from that, but also most of us, if we don't step into and function from awareness, and we cut off our awareness of our bodies and what's possible, mental health issues are this very fine line between you being able to function as the being that you are and feeling so restricted and having to cut off so much of you and to cut off so much of your receiving that you start to get really despondent and down, and your mind tries to find alternative ways of helping you be here and to cope with it. And all I will add on to that at this point, because this is a huge topic, and if you'd like more information about it, please send me a message, because I'm particularly passionate about this area. All I can say is we're so lucky to have the work that we have, to have access to information like body whispering and access consciousness and the tools like the bars. The bars are phenomenal for helping with mental health. So run bars on your clients or yourself whoever has the mental health issue. And then whatever is holding it in place underneath it, whatever either the trifold sequencing, the Mobius strip, the trauma, the event, the trigger. A lot of the work I do is around identifying the trigger that creates repeated patterns. And this applies to all of us. We create our lives, and when we can't change something, it's triggering the same thing as being triggered. The same response is being triggered over and over again. Slightly different result, or different areas of our life, same result. And that's what drives us crazy. Why am I doing the same? Why am I trying something different each time, but it's creating the same result? Or I'll be in a different situation, but I end up feeling the same way. You're being triggered by something, and we have to identify the trigger and clear it. And so, I can talk to you more about that separately, or you can email me for more information, okay? So, Yuvika, I was thinking that, so we'll do a small business whispering exercise to end this call shortly. I'll answer the other questions and we'll wrap up, and then we'll end with a business whispering taster, okay? Can you work on other people's businesses like a business whispering practitioner? Yeah, so I call myself a body and business whisperer. I work as a business facilitator or coach. So I have one-on-one clients who I work with on their businesses, either in person or online from anywhere in the world. And so once you attend a business whispering class, you can add that to your scope as well, for sure. You can add it to also whatever capacity of work that you do, either with clients or not with clients. Same with body whispering. Once you do the body whispering class, we start really supporting you to also do body whispering sessions or add body whispering to your session. And what that does is it allows you to really create and develop yourself into that work. So actually one of the other bonuses from this is if you do the body whispering class, we'll add you to our body whispering practitioners group, meaning that we have a support group on WhatsApp where we send messages, we send information, we talk about what's coming up with clients or help with sessions, and you can become a part of that once you've done the body whispering class. And so group is just going to get bigger and bigger, because what happens is you stay in that class no matter when you do the class, and as more people do the classes, we add them to that same group. So suddenly you have this network of help and support available to you to help you develop your skills and intuition and awareness with working on bodies and working with bodies. With the business whispering class, like I mentioned, you get the manual, you get the business, we do the business whispering exercise multiple times in the class, so you really get an idea of it. And if you are doing the class package, one of the bonuses that you get is this product that I created, which is a 3-part audio series. It is the business whispering exercise for business in general, for marketing, and for pricing and money. So that is a product that I love. I sell it on my website for $120. If you are doing both the business and body package, which you get a discount on anyway, you will get that product for free as a bonus gift. And that is something that you can then weekly, and maybe sometimes even daily, or as you create a new product and you're not sure how to price it, or you feel like your marketing's getting stuck somewhere and you want to know how to market your business differently, these are just 20 to 30 minute audio exercises, almost like a meditation, where you listen to the audio, you do the exercise at the same time, and you receive the information or awareness to help you make a choice and move forward. So yeah, that is a little bit more about that business whispering process. Can we apply the same strategy for 2 businesses without getting into the reference points? Do you mean if you have multiple businesses, can you attend the class, Kanika, and then use it for both businesses? Is that what you mean? If that is what you mean, then yes, absolutely. Yeah. So like I have 3 businesses, and nearly everyone that attends, or most of you humanoids, especially the ones from India, you all do a million things, right? You're doing everything in your life and in your business. Yes, you can absolutely apply it to both or all components of your business and all components of your life. Remember, just because you don't have a business yet doesn't mean you can't attend business whispering. If you want to add more intuitive flow and awareness around how you create your life and maybe how you create more money in your life, this is also a good class to do, because it just makes you very intuitive and aware about that process rather than trying to figure it out from up here, from your mind, because we get stuck up there. Okay. Does this class also help in knowing actually what business you want to do with total ease? When you have so many opportunities, I find it difficult to choose. Yeah, I so can relate to that and understand that. And yes, I would say the answer to that question is yes. It helps create clarity. The other thing it helps create clarity with, a question I always struggled with, you know how they say in Access, like, what comes really easily to you, do that to make money. And I could never get that. I could never figure out what it was. And now I'm doing what comes easily to me, what I love the most, and it's making me money. I had to really start trusting the information and start trusting the process to get here, because I did not believe, 10 years ago or 15 years ago that I could do this work and travel the world with it and facilitate and have clients all over the world and be coming to India to do these classes for you guys. That is not the environment that I grew up in. I had never been to India before. I didn't know anyone in India, and I got told it was a really bad country for me to go to as a female and try to do business in. No projections there. So that's what I got told and taught. And I know this is slightly off track, but in terms of helping me get clear on what I would like to do and how to create it, yeah, this process should absolutely help you get clear on what are the things you like doing, what are the things you don't like doing, and what are the things that you've concluded that you should be doing. So a lot of the time, again, we conclude and think we should be going in this direction and it's not working, but we're still trying really hard to make it work. And the Business Whispering class should open you up and open you up to the possibilities and make you realize that you've been trying to get somewhere using one way, and actually you could go this way or this way, and it would be so much easier and so much more fun for you. So it should add a lot of possibility. And I know you already have a lot of options, but what are the options that will create the most possibility for you? And what possibility are you looking for that you're not even aware that you are looking for, that you can now start asking for, so that it shows up with total ease? And anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it now? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, or 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Awesome. There are no prerequisites for my classes. The reason there are no prerequisites for my classes is if you're not meant to be at my class, you won't be. And if you are meant to be at my class, you will somehow find your way there. Every year we have people that say, I don't know why I'm here, I don't know what this class is, but my body literally pulled me here, or my business got me here, and they end up there. And every year we have people that register and promise they'll come and say they've been waiting for it for years, and they still don't make it to the class because it's not the right time. So the universe works as a natural prerequisite for me. So if you're interested in the class, I see that Sonal and Smriti are sharing all the information with you guys, and I'd love you to look at the registration page for the classes. You don't have to come, you don't have to pay, you don't have to sign up. Why I'd love you to visit the registration page is I put a video up on there that explains and talks a lot about what Body and Business Whispering is. There's also some testimonials on that video in case you'd like to hear what other people receive from it. And there's a lot of information about the logistics of the class, like how much it costs and what you get from it, what other resources are included, how you can pay. All of that information you might be wondering about is on that registration link. So you don't have to choose the class, but you can get all the information, which is always helpful, by visiting that registration page. Yeah, you can get both classes for $9.99 plus that Business Whispering bonus audio series I was talking about, which is really cool. I had a question here. When are the classes in India? Yep, that's right. Okay. Any other questions before we go into doing a short taster of a Business Whispering exercise for the last 10 minutes to just close up? Okay. So for Business Whispering, for those of you that have a business, choose one business that you would like to speak to. For those of you that don't have a business yet, ask these questions of your life. And so do whatever makes you comfortable at this point. You can close your eyes, you can keep them open. What we're going to do is now invite the energies, the consciousness, and the information that would like to present itself to us, that would like to communicate with us now, to come and talk to us. And if you have a business, like I said, now really tap into that entity that is your business. Say hi, business. Say hi to the name of your business, whether it's the business name or the company name. Tap into the entity that it is and suddenly become aware of the energy of that business that is different to the energy of you. This is not you that we are talking about. Your business is its own entity. And something that might surprise you is how big it is. The entity that is your business, say hi to it and recognize how big it is. Look how spacious and energized it is. Look at how much space it utilizes. And I'd love you to get familiar with that, because again, with businesses, we think that our business is something that we created, that is small, that we are in charge of, that we have to control, and that we have to make all the right decisions in order for it to succeed. What if your business was this massive entity that is as big as the being that you are? And now we're going to ask to facilitate a conversation between the entity that is your business and the entity that is you, the being. Again, not you in your little body right now that thinks you're only as big as your body, but tap into how big you are and how much space you occupy in space through all dimensions, and how big your business is and how much space it occupies. And now lower any barriers, any resistance, and any thinking you might be doing right now. And watch as those two entities and energies start to mingle. And feel the awareness and sensation that you feel on your body as you recognize that you can now receive information from your business. So, hi, business. So, if your business could tell you anything today, what would it tell you? If there was something your business has been trying to tell you for a long time, what is it? Is there a business that's been whispering to you for a long time that you have been ignoring? Would you like to invite those whispers to be clear, to be concise, and for you to understand it easily? What is the information that your business is giving you right now? What would your business like you to do today to create a change that it has been asking for? What would your business like you to do today to create a change that it has been asking for? Who would your business like you to talk to give you the information that you require? Who is the person or the energy that your business would like you to add to your business or to your life that would help facilitate it to greater? Truth, what would your business like you to know that you have been avoiding? What is the information that you have not been wanting to receive from your business, about your business, to do with your business, that would actually create the greatest for you and your business? If you were going to add your body into the equation, if you were going to receive from your body to create your business and allow your business to contribute to your body, what would that be like? What would that feel like? What would be different? So if today you were going to start receiving contribution from your business to your body, how would that feel? And would you allow yourself to receive that contribution now? And what awareness does your body have? What sensations have you been feeling? What symptoms might you have had? In what ways has your body been whispering or talking or shouting at you to look at and change something in your business, with your business? What could you add to your business today? Who could you add to your business today that would exponentialize the money flows to your business? Now, what could you remove? What needs to be taken away from your business? What needs to be stopped? What do you need to change in your business today that would exponentialize the money flows to your business? And if there was one thing that you could do today to be the eternal and irresistible pull that would draw and magnetize all of the people that are looking for your business to find your business from any lifetime, time, space, and dimension. All of the people, all of the energies, all of the entities, and all of the things that can contribute to your business growing exponentially now, would you be willing to receive that on 3? 1, 2, 3. And anything else that you can now receive or gift from your business, to your business, about your business, from you, from your body, from the world around you, from the planet, from the universe, and from consciousness. Just take a minute now to simultaneously gift and receive those energies, that information, that knowing, and that awareness. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, be present. If you need to write something down or remember something for later, do that. And that is a quick taste of the business whispering exercise. You're so welcome, guys.
That was so awesome.
Amazing.
Yay, I'm so glad. I'm so pleased. So we'll start to wrap up now. I'm so grateful for so many of you showing up to this call whether I've met you before or not, I'm so grateful for just you being curious to play with these energies. And if you ask the energy of these classes and of Body and Business Whispering, the body of work, to contribute to you, it will. And then if you would like to join us in classes, we have the Business and Body Whispering 4 days, but you can choose to do one or the other as well, coming up in Mumbai from the 8th to the 11th. In case you know anyone or have family as well in Singapore, or you're from Singapore, we also have classes coming up in Singapore in September. And we are doing only these one lot of classes in India this year in Mumbai. If you can't join in the room, we are live streaming the whole 4 days. And we have a really professional videographer and audio so that you have an amazing live streaming experience. So if you are in Delhi or anywhere else and you cannot get to Mumbai for 2 days or those 4 days, then please join us live stream. You can sign up in the same way using the same links, and we will send you all of the information about how to live stream. And lastly, you might be aware that we did offer a prepayment plan for these classes, meaning we've given an India price, a country price for these classes, but we've also given you the option to pay in 3 installments in June, July, and August, just to help you with your money flow. Sometimes it just helps to be able to pay something off, and I recognize that and understand that. So if you would like to take up that offer, it is only open until the end of today. I can keep it open until tomorrow morning, because I'd like you to make a payment in June so that you can have more ease with July, and then making that last payment the day before class in August. So today is the last day of June. So today is the last day that you can choose over the next 24 hours to choose a payment plan option. You make 3 payments for the one class, or if you're doing both, you make a combined payment for those classes. If you'd like more information or clarification on the payment plan, A, all of the information is on the registration link, or B, Smriti or Suruchi or Sonal or myself can give you that information if you send us a message, okay? Is there any other questions about either the logistics of the class or questions about registering or anything else I can help you with today? It's so nice to see so many new faces. Thank you so much for showing up. How does it get better? And I hope to see and meet some of you, if not all of you, in Mumbai or online in August. These classes are so dear to me in terms of what they facilitate for me personally, for the team, for all of you in the room, for India and for the world. It's really something special, and I'd love to have you be part of our Body and Business Whispering family and group, and be able to exponentialize this into the world, because that's the target now, is to grow this work and facilitate more and more bodies and people and beings with you guys as the facilitators, okay? So thank you so much, and awesome. How does it get better? And yes, you can contact me through my website. There's a contact now button. It'll send me a form instantly, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, guys, I'm so grateful. And I'll also send out the recording of this so you've got it for reference. And use that business whispering exercise. Do it every day for the next month and see what happens, okay? Take care.
Thank you, Adeela. Thank you for the gift you be, darling.
Thanks, Smriti. Thanks, team. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.